Now, we're going to get underway with the first of the medal matches, the first of which features Jeongbo Kyung of Korea. She's up against Sarah MENEZES of Brazil. It'll be Jeong in the white judogi, MENEZES in blue. And here's a look at the South Korean. A tough little fighter. A medal here for MENEZES would be so welcome.
I'll tell you what, if you looked at the brackets, I could have called this perhaps being a final even. I mean, they were on either sides of the brackets. They both have the level of judo.
Why not?
It just didn't shake out that way, but now they're fighting for bronze.
I think you're right. If they got to the final, it wouldn't have been a surprise. It would have been a much better achievement for MENEZES than Jeong. In a way, fighting at home, I'm surprised that she hasn't made it to the final, but that's the way that it's worked out. You know, you just have that edge, don't you? Or it appears that way when the home fighters take to the mat. They normally have that little edge about them. Got a very boyish look about her, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's a really sweet kid. I sat next to her on the flight from Astana back to Seoul after the World Championships.
You had plenty of room then.
Oh yeah.
I sat next to Belkis Kaya, and who is the French girl that's gone over to fight for Turkey now? The two super heavyweight women, and I was sandwiched in the middle. Much to the delight and amusement of everyone on the aircraft when I got on, and there was only one seat left, and they realized where it was that I was headed.
Well, I had poor Ojitani in the seat behind me, and he was absolutely crushed in that little economy seat. He's a big guy. Not tall, but thick. Jeong goes in for Serenagi there, and that's going to score Wazari.
Couldn't get off it.
Just kept that second effort there.
Yeah.
Didn't look that great in the entry, and then she just kept driving it.
Rosilias Campos makes her notes about that, and it's the getting caught. Once the sleeves had been trapped, she wasn't getting off that, because once she trapped those sleeves up, Jeong was down and in, and over went MENEZES, and you couldn't get off that. So it's probably a note to say, you know, once that happens, you have to break that grip.
Yeah, you can't allow her to keep that grip.
Yeah,
that's
here
it.
she comes, yeah.
And she comes in again. That time, MENEZES was able to twist her way out of it.
Grande Fabio, you're quite right. So let's make sure we address him correctly, or at least I do anyway. Grande Fabio.
Well, usually I'm only right when there's no money riding on it. If there was money riding it, I'd be wrong. Or a beer.
He's going to be up in a few fights' time.
Meantime, Jeong is up by the Wazari. Plus, there's 2 penalties of MENEZES to Jeong's 1. Some nice slow motion work there. Thus far, I've seen Jeong has done all the work. I haven't really seen a decent attack by MENEZES yet.
Yeah, the ability to produce attacking moves, either standing or on the ground, seems to have eluded her for the moment. You know, she's quite reactive.
That isn't looking too bad.
Yeah, there you go. Now she comes up with an Uchimata. She can't follow it up with the Juji Katami, but
Jeong is very happy to be working from the ground there with less than a minute left.
it's just a feeling that I get, you know, she's not quite the she doesn't quite have the fear factor that she did in the lead up to London, when, you know, it wasn't a massive surprise that she managed to take gold in London. She was, you know, one of the favourites.
I think it was a bigger surprise for me that Silva did not take gold in London.
Oh yeah.
And luckily Silva redeemed herself in Rio afterwards. But I think if for the two picks, I would have picked Silva over MENEZES as far as getting a gold in London.
Definitely. Jongbo-kyung wins the first medal of the final block on day one. Just a single score against Sarah MENEZES of Brazil. So the Koreans on the board with a win in the opening medal contest.